About it. You're with Brian Kilmeade.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong, fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build it. Slaves built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering and continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for.
That is a cartoon Disney put out, basically echoing the 1619 Project, but making sure that kids got it early to know how evil America is. Nobody says you shouldn't learn history, but that history is a anti-American cartoon, and Disney should be ashamed of itself. Congresswoman Elise joins us now. She's House Republican Conference Chair, House Intelligence Committee, as well as a member of the House Armed Services Committee. Congresswoman, I wanted to bring you to that. How outrageous is that you're a mom of young kids?
Oh, it's outrageous, Brian. I couldn't believe, as I was listening to it, what I was hearing, that was produced by Disney. It is part of the radical, far-left, anti-American messaging and curriculum that they're trying to teach our kids. And it's no longer just in the school system. It's large corporations like Disney. And look, I grew up during the Disney golden era. I am a big fan of those Disney films that I grew up with in the late 80s or early 90s. And it's just so sad that such an important creative company has become radicalized and politicized. So my son will certainly not be watching that program that you just ran. We'll go back to the classics.
But what's crazy is that there's a lot of people who aren't as engaged as we are, and maybe our listeners are, and they'll just come home and listen to their kids and say, this land was born on the backs of slaves, and it was stolen from American Indians. We bring nothing redeemable into our quality, and it's a land of white supremacists. I'll play another clip. Listen to the other clip.
We had Tubman, Turner,
Frederick D.
Then they say Lincoln freed the slaves.
But slaves were men.
And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools feeding private prisons, where we become slaves again. As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding. Because this country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country.
Wow, isn't that refreshing?
Well, I can't believe that this is the content that Disney is putting out. We should be teaching American exceptionalism, and the Republican Party, we are proud to be the party of Lincoln. We are proud to stand up for equality for all, equality of opportunity, and that's just not what's being taught in our schools. And I will tell you, this is a wake-up call for parents, and parents need to be engaged in the content their kids are watching, whether it's on devices or on TV, and the curriculum in our school. This is why you're seeing parents become much more active in terms of attending school board meetings. This is a good thing. And I will tell you, one of the only positive benefits of the learning from home, which was horrific and caused horrible learning loss, was parents woke up to some of this really unacceptable curriculum and content that's being taught in our schools. And House Republicans will pass a Parents' Bill of Rights when it comes to our education. And certainly as a new mom, I am paying very close attention to the content and to, my son's future educational opportunity and what exactly information he is absorbing. It's important to return to American exceptionalism.
And by the way, it's not white supremacy, but I learned about slavery, the evils of it. I learned about segregation. I learned about the civil rights program. We learned it all. And it's a constant situation of growth. We gradually became this superpower, constantly being our worst critic to fix our society. But the rest of the world was having slaves. The rest of the world was full of inequality. And I think that if you're African American now, you should also know we don't win a war without the African American community, from the Revolution to World War II. Everybody knows the role that minorities play in our armed forces today, but we keep on hammering them to say you're different, you're being abused, the country doesn't respect you, and then if that just does nothing but fuels division in our nation. It doesn't bring us together. I've never seen anything like it. So I don't think go ahead.
We need to be unifying Americans. We are all Americans, standing up for freedom, standing up for the Constitution. And of course, it's important to teach our nation's history. And as Republicans, as I said, we are proud to be the party of Lincoln. We are proud of our long, long legacy when it comes to standing up for human freedom, standing up for the Constitution. And that's not what's happening with the content you just played, which is seeking to sow division.